Well then. Hello. It's been a while, and some things have happened since my last post on YouTube, anyway. But it's coming to the end of the year 2022. And I wanted to make a video that's kind of a recap of this year and what I plan to do for next year. So, I said it in my last video, which was another update video. This year has really not been my year whatsoever. And I even have some plushies here to keep me company while I make this video. This is Beyonce. Beyonce, because he's a bee. And yes, it's a he. And he even has a stinger as well, so that's what makes him special. And he's got such a cute little face, and I love him so much, and I sleep with him all the time. This is Richard. If you follow me on Instagram, you would probably already know about him because I've been posting him in my story a lot. But this is Richard, and he can be nicknamed Dick because of this angry face, because he has a bit of a secret to him. See, he is an angry cat, but he is also a very happy cat. See? That's Richard. Okay, I think we should start with a recount. I have written on my phone all the things that happened this year, the good things and the bad things, and my, I guess, goals or New Year's resolutions for 2023, if you will. Okay, so starting off with some of the good things that happened this year was I released my album, my first album, the Isolation the Piano Collection, finally, after it got postponed, or I guess not released for a year. Anyway, that's what happened. I released my first album. I got a job, and a lot of people were wondering what my job was, and I don't remember if I actually said it or not, but I'm a waitress at a cafe, and I really like it there. In April, I got my busking license, which was pretty good. I also went on my first busk. After that, a couple of days ago actually, I released a new single, In the Eye of the Storm, so you can stream that if you want to. I put a little bit of effort into it, and I think it's quite good. Actually, I forgot to write it on my list, but oh gosh, that was loud. I forgot to write it on my list, but just 2 or 3 days after In the Eye of the Storm was released, it actually took over my most popular song, Isolation. And that's a pretty big thing for me. Isolation took a couple of months, maybe even like a year or so to get where it is now. And In the Eye of the Storm took like 2 days, which is pretty good. So I'm very surprised by that, but also very thankful. Thank you, Lavenders, and to anybody else who listened or watched the music video, which leads to the next point. I made my first music video, my first 2 music videos actually. I made one for Drowsy, and then I made one for In the Eye of the Storm, and there'll only be more and better ones from there, either self-made and at home, or somewhere else or something else. I also got, well, my whole family as a collective got a really, really big Christmas present this year, and this kind of leads on to one of the biggest one of the biggest bad things that happened this year. And the gift that my family got, which my auntie made me open and like share to everybody what it was. In case you didn't know, but you probably do know, probably should know, probably do know, because that was what my last video was dedicated to. My nana passed away, but for Christmas we got a star, like an actual star in the sky named after her. Since we've already kind of leaked into the bad things, I'm just gonna sort of list off the bad things that happened this year. I started off this year sick, because of course I did. I don't think my immune system likes me. I don't know what I did to deserve that. I think it's not having enough of this, honestly, which is why I'm having a lot more of this lately. It's water, not vodka. I also pretty much got sick almost every season change, but I got lucky this summer. I didn't get sick this summer, which was pretty good. I had a lot, like an alarming amount of nosebleeds in the span of a couple of days, or even like a couple of weeks. Not very normal. I also got food poisoning for the first time. I think it was for the first time in my life. But that food poisoning led to the next day me having chest pains, and I got hospitalized because you know, chest pains is a big deal, and they found out that it was myocarditis. So yeah, I got hospitalized for myocarditis for a couple of days. Another really bad thing that happened was that during my time in hospital, and because of all my nosebleeds, I did unfortunately gain a fear of blood. Then I got COVID for the first time. It took me long enough. It took 2 years, but I finally got it. I finally got COVID. Then, because of my nana passing away, I went on hiatus, like a social media hiatus, for my mental health, and I'm glad I did. And I also spoke at the funeral for my nan, and I also had to postpone another release of one of my songs, which included a music video. So those were all of the good things and the bad things. That's what happened this year. I may have forgotten a few things in the list there, but the overall point is that I had more of a bad year than a good year. Yep. And it was very much a roller coaster of emotions. But with the new year, I really hope to turn things around and change for the better, whether it be myself or whatever's around me that's negative. So now we're going to move on to like the goals for next year, or resolutions. I've only listed a few because there's a lot more. I'm a high achiever. I'm a Scorpio woman. I'm a high achiever. Not to blame everything I do on my zodiac sign, but yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. But yeah, these are, mind you, these are only a few of my New Year's resolutions for next year, and a lot of them are actually sort of repeated from last year, like the ones that I didn't get done. So yeah. In terms of my music related goals, I wanted last year to release at least 5 more singles, but I only got to release 1. I'm not going to list the actual songs that I want to release because that would be spoilers. Otherwise, I wanted to like expand my audience and my fan base, like to get more Lavenders pretty much. So if you're watching this and you're not a Lavender, hi. I'm Cara May. I'm a singer-songwriter. I make my own music and I sing, and I think what I do is okay, and apparently a lot of people think what I do is good. So if you are interested in listening to an independent artist from Australia, hello. Become a Lavender and join the flower garden, pretty much. Some of my personal goals are actually the same ones from last year, which were to dye my hair for the first time. My hair is still my natural blonde, but I wanted to dye it a lighter blonde and possibly even later on dye it a vibrant colour. So those are the things I wanted to do, but I didn't get to, and maybe we'll get to do it this year / next year. You never know. I also wanted to eat healthier and sort of drink more water overall, which is what I'm doing now. Because I didn't get to do it. In terms of like social media, yes, I do have social media goals. Don't judge me. I'm not like a full-on creator, but I might be, you never know. I wanted to make my first vlog. I did a bunch of other things that I wanted to do on YouTube, but one of those things was not making a vlog. So I think this year I will be able to do a vlog and some other fun things on YouTube. I also wanted to get song streams in the thousands. They're currently in the hundreds. A couple of them, anyway. In particular, I wanted In the Eye, wanted, hasn't happened yet, I want In the Eye of the Storm to be my first song that has streams in the thousands, so if we can get that to happen, that'd be pretty cool. And then in terms of like my life overall, life goals for this year, I wanted to travel either alone, by myself, or with some friends. So we'll see what happens there. I didn't get to do it last year, maybe this year, you never know. I also wanted to want to busk more often because, you know, I didn't last year. I only got to busk one time. It went really well, but I want to do it more often. I want to drive more because I don't have my full license yet, so I want to get like my hours up, if you know what that means. Because you need a certain amount of hours to get your license. I want to get my hours up to be higher than what they currently are. I'm not telling you what they are. Anyway, my last goal is to do more live shows. I've been really fantasizing pretty much about me performing in like restaurants and bars and events, even, to be performing more in front of people physically instead of for you. No offense, that sounded offensive, but listen, I like performing for you. I like uploading my covers on social media, and I like people giving me nice comments about it, but it would give me more confidence and overall experience if I were to perform in front of a real audience. Anyway, that is pretty much it. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I might have already done it anyway, like I always say. But that is what I did this year, and that is what I hope to do next year, pretty much. So that is all from me, for now anyways, because you will definitely see me again. I think the next video I have on my YouTube schedule, I guess, is like a best of 22 from my TikTok. I don't think it'll be as much as last year's, but like, we'll find out. Anyway, my final messages before I go: stream In the Eye of the Storm, obviously, and the rest of my music. Watch my music videos. There's another reminder. I swear there's another reminder. Hold on. No, I swear there's another thing that I was gonna say here. No. There isn't. Never mind. I genuinely thought I was forgetting something. Anyway, goodbye from Richard, who can also be known as Dick, but, Richard. Goodbye from Richard. Goodbye from Beyonce. One of my faves. And very, very fluffy. And very, very cuddly. And very, very big. Like, oh my goodness. And obviously goodbye from me. I'll see you in the next video. Anyway, to my Lavenders and anybody else who watched this, you know, Lavenders and otherwise, this is Cara May signing out. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Love you all.